Actor Kevin Costner, who won an Academy Award, is well known for his Western roles. Despite the first installment's unfavorable critical and commercial reception, the filmmaker is still committed to the project and hopes to revive the genre's popularity with The Horizon, an American Saga film series. On June 28, 2024, 36 years after Costner began work on the series in 1988, Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1 debuted. The franchise, which he produced with his own funds, is a long-term passion project for the actor and director and is expected to consist of 4 epic Western films. Citing the success of the first installment on streaming, Costner told Decider at the premiere of Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 2, that he remains optimistic about the series' success. After the first film's world premiere at the Venice International Film Festival on September 7, 2024, its release date was rescheduled to February 7, 2025, in order to give the film more time to find an audience. Chapters 1 and 2 were originally scheduled to debut in 2024. Not surprisingly, it was a success on streaming rather than in theaters. Despite being one of the biggest films of the year, it received more streams than them. The popularity of streaming has made it harder to get people to the movies these days, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. The duration of Chapters 1 and 2 of Horizon, an American Saga, was 181 and 190 minutes, respectively. Fans are less likely to spend 3 hours in theaters without realizing that the effort is worthwhile. With the option to take a break and bring your own snacks, streaming provides a more laid-back way to gamble on a longer-running movie. Regarding the film's popularity on streaming services, Costner said, "I think it's interesting that the movie came out 6 months ago and people are still finding it with little push from anywhere. It is present. Despite being one of the biggest films of the year, it received more streams than them. It indicates to me that people have aspirations to achieve their goals in both their hearts and minds." Costner went on to commend the film's enormous ensemble of women for lending it a voice. In particular, there are women in this American Western. "Women continued to dominate my plot as we were writing it. Without women, the West would not exist. However, they frequently used drugs against their will and were forced to live in fear, filth, and everything else while attempting to maintain a clean home for their families. The American Saga Horizon still needs to find its audience. Horizon, a story of America." Since Chapters 1 and 2 were shot one after the other, their combined production budget was approximately $100 million. But according to the numbers, the first installment only made $38.7 million worldwide, which was insufficient to pay for its original investment, let alone marketing and distribution expenses. Nevertheless, in spite of the negative reviews, the film was successful on streaming services. With a current 51% rating and a rotten badge from critics, Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1 has received mixed reviews. The first installment received a score of 70% on the popcorn meter, indicating that the audience was more tolerant. That is more than enough to persuade people to watch it on streaming, even though it is hardly cause for celebration. Chapter 1 became the 10th most streamed film across all streaming services after its release. When Costner's Horizon surpassed Furiosa on the global Netflix charts in the new year, the popularity grew even more. In its first week, it was viewed 4 million times. The future of the Horizon franchise, which Costner intends to develop at some point, is uncertain, but Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1 is available for streaming on Netflix and Max right now. Theaters are showing Chapter 2,